Yeah, Alex, I had a very close friend of mine who was doing Love Police films with me. I'm gonna respect his privacy, but he got arrested and he's got 3 children. And the police said, unless you comply with us and bow down and stop doing these films, we will get a psychiatrist here and section you, which means to keep you under the Mental Health Act. You will lose your children. And that's how they shut him up. And luckily, I don't have kids, but it is a psychological battle. And it makes me despair sometimes, but I'm very optimistic. I know we will win this. You wouldn't be doing your radio show. I wouldn't be doing my films.
Well, think of that tyranny. Think of that ultimate tyranny. It's like Gary Cooper had his son taken, and it was in the police report. They've taught their children not to trust the government, and the court said, we're taking them. I mean, you do not question your God. You don't do that in America. Since when do you have freedom of speech in America? You sit down, you shut up, and we're going to take your kids. But they're already taking them with the water and the food, folks. They've already got them. They're already soft killing them right now. But the good news is the people are breaking the spell, and we're not going along with it. So I mean, my God, that is Soviet-level tyranny. So they said, we're going to take your kids if you don't stop going out peacefully and speaking on the streets in England.
Yeah, his main message was everything is okay. He was a very spiritual man, still is. And he went out there just wanting to lower fear around people. And I don't know if they were physical with him, but they were certainly psychological in a Soviet way. And actually just this week in Norway, a friend of mine said there's a doctor been thrown in a psychiatric institution for speaking out against the swine flu vaccine. And Norway is probably, people don't know this, one of the last few truly communitarian communist countries in Europe. And it's mind-boggling. But, we just need to stay strong, stay alive, realize we're all in this together. And I think, Alex, they will fail. The elites will fail because the system will collapse because you can't treat people like this. And people are realizing this. So I reckon it's maybe 2 or 3 years before there's utter chaos. And, they try and bring about order out of chaos. That's the Illuminati motto. I think we need to bring about a bit of peaceful chaos out of their manufactured slave order. It's the only way. We need to get the universe spinning in different ways because as it stands now, it's not a world I want to bring any children into. So, you've got to do what's right.
Think about that, though. They told him, people can go watch the videos, you're not going to go to a town square and talk to people and come up to police and say, we care about you, we're all humans together, we eat at the same restaurants, same grocery stores, our children are growing up, look at this police state, let's care about each other. And that's just, we're taking your kids. You do not do that. I mean, you do not talk. You do not talk. Think of how evil those police are, that they think it's okay to terrorize someone for their children. They think of us literally as subhuman trash. And notice, as soon as the tyranny comes in, as soon as they've got enough people ready to oppress, the banks just steal everything. The system is robbing everyone, reducing us down to just groveling slaves. We're going to come back, talk to Frank, Mark, Bobby, Seth, and others. The next 2 short segments, we got another guest coming up with big solutions on the states' rights movement and a lot more. You'll want to stay with us. Infowars.com, prisonplanet.tv.
Come this way. You do it. Don't touch me. Go this way. You physically assaulted me. I love the Guido attitude. Hey, you can't physically assault me. No, you can't. I can report you then. You can't physically assault me. Yeah, I love it. You sound like an American now. Have a nice day. Yeah.
Video after video of people coming over if you have a camera in public and hitting you, attacking it. But they don't mind if the government's watching them. And all over the U.S., police are arresting people for wiretapping if they videotape police in public when there's no perception of privacy. It's just crazy. And I've noticed there's these comments over there by people of, you must be an American. So I guess they said that to you when you were talking to the new prime minister during his press conference. They said, oh, shut up, American. So I guess calling somebody an American is like a big insult?
Yeah, what it is, Alex, it's from World War II when a lot of the GIs were over in Britain. And obviously American men probably a bit more tanned, a bit more muscular than the some of the English. And so they got lots of English girls, and there was a big resentment amongst the English men about the Yanks, in inverted commas, being very boisterous and having fun and enjoying the women. So it is a 60-year-old racism against Americans. And it's very funny because racism against Americans when Britain follows America very culturally and very closely. So I think they just didn't have anything else to say to me, so they just threw the Yank comment at me, which is just quite funny.
It's all about divide and conquer. And I know the globalists, they do believe in this. Almost all the top globalists are Luciferians. Any comments on that from our guest, Charlie?
Yeah, absolutely. My favorite inspirer is actually another Texan like yourself, Bill Hicks. He talked a lot about the people at the top doing things with Satan. And to me, whether they are real demons in this universe or whatever, the metaphor of calling them Satanists is correct. But let's not forget, a lot of the guys at the top, the elites, they are atheists in the Christian monotheistic sense. They believe in another religion, which they will take energy, lots of dark energy and fear, and then use it. But it's just a sign of their sick mind. Power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely. But to call them Satanists, they're just pathetic people.
We're in our final segment with Charlie Veitch, and we've got links up to his website at Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. The website is cveitch.org. Just C in front of the name Veitch.org. That's the Love Police taking action, doing a great job, and being persecuted. Because that's when you really know how evil these governments are, is when you actually stand up against them. And it's only going to get worse unless we stand up now together. We outnumber them 1,000 to 1, and they know that. Mark in Philly, you're on the air for our guest. Go ahead.
Thank you, Alex, and thank you, Charlie. Listen, Alex, to me what's happening here is this is an attack. It's an attack on the seed of who we are as human beings. It's an attack on our consciousness. It's an attack. They're attacking the DNA of who we are. They're seeking to attack the food DNA. They're seeking to attack the DNA of our laws, of a free republic.
Yeah, they're playing God. They're rewriting the universe in their Hellraiser image.
So to me, they might be the great deceivers, but we are the great perceivers. And you are leading that, along with others like yourself, Charlie, and others around the globe. And we have to wake up and wake up our perceptions. And to me, and because I've called into you before, to me it's about learning how to see, learning how to perceive, not only with our eyes, but with all of our being, our consciousness. We have many abilities, many talents, many gifts as Homo sapien. This is an attack on Homo sapien. The common people around the globe aren't at war with each other. We have much in common.
No, we have a scientific, technocratic elite playing God. They know what makes us tick, and they're manipulating us, and they're altering our DNA through the toxins. That's admitted. Human DNA is now changing rapidly. They are poisoning us. The world government's only the beginning. They want to get rid of us. And in closing, that was a great call, Mark. I want you to, speak to what he was just saying.
Yeah, absolutely, Alex. It's an ongoing battle between left brain and right brain, between the machine hearts and machine minds and the spiritual, alive human beings. The machine men, they hate us because they are so jealous of the love that we have in our hearts. They are so jealous of the fact that we don't give up, that we actually stand for truth and for each other. So they will always try and control us because they don't understand us. And, fear leads to anger, anger leads to hate, hate leads to suffering. They fear us, which is why they are so desperate to control us, and they will fail. And I'm happy to say they will fail, and I'll make sure they fail my end. I hope everyone does their end as well.
Yeah, I can hear Yoda. Hate leads to the dark side.
Indeed.
And there's no doubt the dark side is upon us. Let's jam in one more call. Let's talk to Bobby in Texas. You're on the air.
Hey, Alex, how you doing today?
Pretty good, my friend.
Fellow thought criminal today. Listen, I wanted to ask your guest from England if he thinks that we have, or that they have something kind of like we do here in the western states, like North and South Com, and how they, how did England go from kind of being what happened to us back in the 80s where we were worried about the communists, and then all of a sudden it just kind of flips over and turns against the people? Because I think it happened there faster, where the state kind of turned against the people. Is that true?
Well, they started a lot of that by staging terror attacks, blaming it on the IRA, and we're going to keep you safe, and then political correctness. But I appreciate your call. Comments on that quickly.
Well, the way they do it is the way they've always done it, is mainstream media. Just keep repetition. Just, tell people about climate change and that human beings are the problem, that we're pathetic. And the Hollywood as well, and also, British film is Hollywood films nowadays. Just keep reminding people that they're worthless, that they are the biggest problem. And in all the newspapers, you don't get good news on the newspaper. You hear about rape, war, famine, stabbings, murder. And, people start to think, oh, my God, we are terrible creatures. Thank God we have these elites to look after us. And it's a propaganda war, as your channel, Alex. It's an info war.
Charlie Veitch of the Love Police. Look forward to talking to you again in the future. Keep up the great work, and folks can contact you and get involved in what you're doing. Or they can roll over and get scared and give in to these people. We're about getting past the fear and taking action. We'll be right back. Stay with us.